Hey. Welcome to another episode of Evolving Perspectives. My name is Matia Elise, your podcast host, and on this podcast, we dive deep into the stories of everyday people, discussing the hurdles they face and the triumphs they've achieved. We have real, raw conversations where we laugh, we cry, we uncover the incredible resilience within us all. From overcoming personal setbacks to navigating life's unexpected twists, each episode that you tune into is a testament to the human spirit's capacity to persevere and thrive. Tune in as we share moments of vulnerability, inspiration, and ultimately empowerment. Get ready to be uplifted and inspired as we showcase the unwavering strength of the human heart on Evolving Perspectives. Chime in. Hey, and welcome to another episode of Evolving Perspectives. My name is Matia Elise, and I am your host. And today's episode, I will be all by myself. You know, a few weeks ago, my best friend and I had an amazing weekend celebrating my birthday. I must say that my birthday month of March did not disappoint. It was so fabulous. So the Friday, the weekend that I celebrated, that Friday, we end up going to see Ledisi. If anybody knows me, my two favorite artists are Ledisi and PJ Morton. Like, hands down, they are my favorite artists. And I think I like them so much is because they really have danced to the beat of their own drum. I love how they are like, I know I have a gift, I know what I bring to the table, and I'm not going to conform to what the music industry or society says I should look or sound like and what type of music I'm going to sing. And I love that for them. And it really has been a model for me, even as I journey through my life. Like, it is not necessary for me to be like everybody else, even though, you know, it's so easy to fall into that conforming mindset. Well, if that's what success looks like, I'm just going to have to do that just to be successful, just to get to the top. And so they have really molded their own way. And I know it has not been easy, and I know it has had its trials, but they are doing the doggone thing. So I say all that to say that Friday night we went to go see Ledisi, and I knew that we were going to see Ledisi, but I had no idea that we would get to meet her. So my best friend had arranged for us to actually do a VIP meet and greet with her, which I was so, oh my God, y'all, when I tell you I fanned out, I I was like, Mattia, gather yourself, girl. Like, what are you doing? That was the first time I had ever experienced meeting like a celebrity like that. Like up close and personal. Like, I've been to a lot of concerts, I've gone to a lot of places, but not to like have one-on-one contact. And it's so funny because a lot of my friends are in the music industry, in TV and film, and I'm very close with them, and they're very close with a lot of celebrities and stuff, but I've just never been able to meet somebody up close and personal. So that was a whole thing for me. I just was so geeked. For other people, they're like, oh, whatever. For me, I was like, day made, birthday is a wrap. This is great. And so we had a great experience, had great seats and all the things. And then Saturday, we end up doing a day at the spa. And we went to this place in Northern Virginia called King Spa, which was absolutely amazing. I definitely recommend. There is another one up in the DC area, like that for Northern Virginia area. I haven't been to that one, so I need to go to that so that I can kind of compare the two. But my experience with King Spa was good. That morning before going to the King Spa, I hung out with my mom and we did a prayer breakfast at one of her friends' church, and that was really cool, so funny, but it was such a good time. I love hanging out with my mom. And then Sunday, I wrapped up the weekend and went to the Texture versus Race Hair Summit, which is hosted by Kia Neal. It was absolutely phenomenal. Hairstylists, beauty professionals from all over the country come together for this summit. And the summit is all about learning about texture, embracing diversity, equity, and inclusion in your salons, and really being able to be in a place where you're confident in who you are, what you bring to the table, not dumbing down who you are in the industry, how you show up, and just learning all the things. So all the technical pieces, anything that you can think of, they cover, from real conversations about diversity, equity, inclusion, to actually styling different textures of hair that you may not be familiar with. In addition to, it's sponsored by, like, huge companies in the industry. So your Ultas, your Salon Centrics, your Wellas, your K18, like all the people were in the house and they were giving away like so many things. So it was a great time. I say all that to say it was a crazy weekend in in a good way. And I came back into town because I was in Maryland, came back to home in Virginia, and that Monday hit the ground running. I had an appointment, got home, got the kids ready, took them to school, did all the things, had another appointment at 12. Then that afternoon, I had a speaking engagement at the beauty school in the area. Like, it was the whole thing. I didn't get home till like late that night. By the time Tuesday came, baby, your girl was sleepy. Your girl was tired. And I was talking to my best friend about it, and I was like, girl, sis is struggling. Sis is me. And so I was like, I can't do this no more. I am not fooling with you. I am not 25, and I just can't do this. This is way it took me a minute to recover. And when I say a minute, like a week, because you never really, let's be honest, you never really catch up. Like, you always like, oh, I'll catch up. You can't get that back. And although I had an amazing time, I was exhausted, like exhausted, because I came right back and just did what I normally do, just my normal routine. And so it was quite challenging. And I was talking to one of my clients, and I was saying to her, I was like, I had a great weekend. I said, but I'm just so tired. I'm exhausted. And, I'm trying to recover, and, I feel bad because I just want to lay down, and I'm just so sleepy, and I just, and it was making me feel like almost a little anxious, because the things that I am obligated to do, like taking my kids to school, taking my daughter to dance, making sure, all the things, the dinner, the things, and all the things are done. I was feeling like I can't show up 100% because I was so exhausted and overwhelmed. And still, all the while, you're still having to create content. You're still having to do all the things. I'm still recording the podcast. So all the things, and I just got so overwhelmed. And my client said to me, she said, Matia, I need you to give yourself permission to feel, number one. I need you to give yourself grace in this moment. Because what we often do not realize is, even when things are going good, you still can be exhausted. Even when amazing things are happening for you, you can still be tired and overwhelmed. And we don't often incorporate that part of even the amazing things happening in our life. We don't incorporate rest. We don't incorporate the being able to process all that's going on. And this episode is really about enjoying the things of life, but also resting. When I was talking to my best friend, she said, I was like, girl, I am struggling, da 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 da. And she's like, oh, we're rest when we're dead. And I'm like, girl, you can do that, but no, I need some sleep. And so I would encourage you, and this is something that I share often, And oftentimes when I share things, it's funny because I'm not just sharing it to encourage you, I'm sharing it to encourage myself. I often feel like David, you got to encourage yourself. I'm encouraging myself. So as I speak things out, I'm speaking to you and I'm speaking to me. Like Matthias, sit down somewhere. Sit your tail down somewhere. And it's okay. Rest is necessary. You are not above rest. I think part of that is we have this thing, like they call it FOMO, the fear of missing out. And that has been an issue for me, and that has been my thing since I was a child. I want to be everywhere doing all the things. I don't want to miss nothing. I want to be at all the activities. I want to be in all the activities. You name it, I need to be in the place. And so I am learning as I get older that nothing that's supposed to be in my life, I will miss because I live intentionally. And so, with that being said, rest is something that I am having to plan. And I am all for doing all the things. But now, at this point in my life, I also recognize the importance of also incorporating a day to recover, a day to reset, a day just to get yourself back together because you need that. And if you don't do that, you often feel like you're constantly behind the eight ball. And I never want to be in that place where it's like, oh my God, I'm just trying to catch up. And so I would encourage you to do the same thing. We often live very busy lives. We're doing all the things. We're showing up for ourselves. We're showing up for our family. We're showing up for our kids. We're showing up for our spouse. We're showing up at work and just all the things. And, we do live in a culture where we feel as if we're not doing, then we're not successful. And some of the doing is doing nothing. And that's okay. One of my friends told me, she said, I was telling her that I was going to take me a day. She said, Mattia, you deserve that. You need it. She said, and I want you to even take it a step further and not just take your day off and do what you want to do, but girl, put your phone on Do Not Disturb. I have never thought about that, ever. Because I'm always like, oh, what is this person called? Whatever. She's like, because let's be honest, your kids are in a safe place. Everything is already done. Your schedule's made. And you put your phone on Do Not Disturb for 45 minutes or an hour, she said, and just lay in the bed and just hear yourself breathe. And to be honest, I thought it was funny at the time, but the reality was I needed that. And oftentimes we often overlook when God is speaking. And as I began to process what she was saying, I was like, you know what? You're exactly right. I'm going to take the time, put my phone on Do Not Disturb, even if it's only for 45 minutes to an hour. And I'm just going to listen. I'm going to listen to myself breathe. I'm going to feel all the feels. I'm going to relax. I'm going to just sit with myself in that moment with no distractions, no disturbances, none of the things. And I would encourage you to do the same thing. And, it's funny because during spring break, we always have a lot of travel plans. And we really get excited about the opportunity that we are able to get, the opportunities that we're able to give our children to be able to travel and experience different things and go different places. And this year, my husband said, we were looking at different places to go, right? And he said to me, he's like, okay, so do we have to go somewhere? And it was so funny because I was like, no, we don't. He's like, okay, good. Okay, yeah, I don't think I want to do that. And I was like, okay, I'm good with that. You know what I mean? And we already have travel plans for the summer and we have some things planned out for the rest of the year. And so I was like, it's okay. It's okay. And so we were laughing because I saw this video and the girl was talking about how, Y'all want to do so much on spring break. You want to travel. You want to go this place. You want to go that place. When I was growing up, we sat down. We went outside. We played, we played games and things like that. And so I told my kids, I said, we're taking it back to 1990 when mommy was a kid. You know what we did on spring break? We sat down somewhere. We ate snacks. We watched movies. We caught up with our friends. It was a time that me and my cousins would hang out because we went to different schools at one point. And so we would go to the movies, you know what I mean? Just do local fun stuff. Go outside, play double dutch, play tag, dodgeball, just all the things, you know what I mean? And had a good time eating ice cream, snow cones, making little recipes and stuff with our grandma. Like, that's what we did. But it really was a time to just break and reset and rest and just enjoy yourself. And so, a few things I want to share in this particular episode. One is, it's okay to go somewhere and sit down. It's okay to not have a whole lot of plans. It's okay to say, I need rest. That is something that I am having to learn more and more each day. Listen to my body. Listen to my mind. Listen to my spirit. Mattia, sit down. It's okay. I'm giving myself permission to have a seat, to go sit on my porch and read a book and have a cup of tea and do absolutely nothing. And I would encourage you to do the same thing. Put that phone on Do Not Disturb. Take you some time. Enjoy yourself. And of course, that will be packaged differently for everybody. Don't be so consumed with filling your schedule up every hour, every minute, every second of the day. It will cause burnout. It causes stress. It can cause anxiety. And then you go into a depression because you got all this stuff on your list and then you can't complete and accomplish all of it. So then that's a whole issue within itself. So you don't want to go down this cycle. And like I said, I'm sharing this with you all, but I'm speaking to myself. Sis, take a break. Take a rest. Sit down. It's okay. And I'm giving myself permission to do that every single day. One of the things that I learned a few years ago that definitely helped me as I start journeying, taking a journey down this new path of life is really recognizing what serves me and what does not. I teach a master class called Balancing Boundaries and Creating the Life That You Deserve. And in that class, I discuss and talk about how important it is to align yourself with things, activities, all that only serves you and serves your purpose. And an example of that is, it may be good, but it may not be good for me. So going to some class may be amazing, but at this point in my life, with what assignment I have and what calling I'm walking in this point, does it serve me? If it is not aligned with my purpose, the answer is no. I started incorporating that a few years ago. That was a little gem I had to drop on y'all. If it doesn't serve you, does not align with your purpose, the answer is no. It may be a good idea, it's just not good for you. And if for some reason you have a little extra time and you just want to, divulge and do something different out the box, by all means necessary, go ahead and enjoy yourself. But that really helped me to put things in perspective because I was committing to so many things that I was feeling so overwhelmed just in life, just trying to keep the family going, keeping my finances up, keeping my life going, all the things. It just was a lot. So if you don't take away anything today but this, rest is necessary. Rejuvenation takes time and investing in you. And it's okay because we all need a reset. So rest, rejuvenation, and reset. I hope this message today encouraged you. I hope you felt uplifted. I hope you felt inspired. And as we continue on this journey, always remember to keep evolving. See you guys next time. Thank you again for tuning into Evolving Perspectives. Remember to like, subscribe, download, and share with your friends and family about our episode that releases every single Monday. And always remember to keep evolving. Until next time, be easy.